Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my video for Divine Shiva. Quite an annoying fight, basically because of the usual thresholds where she will basically do her Divine Diamond Dust, something like that. Anyway, so we start the fight with one Shiva, as you know how DFFOO's Shiva works. So you start with one, and then somewhere along the way she will split into two. For this Shiva, she splits at 29%. Quite a defensive comp, if I were to say so myself. I brought, as you can see, Ace, War of Light, and Setzer. Setzer is actually there not really for his freeze joker. He's actually there for fixed dice. You know, he's arguably his strongest skill. So yeah, I don't really care about that delay thing. I just wanted the damage. So yeah, I push her over the, I believe it's 79. So at the 79% threshold, Shiva, the first Shiva will gain a 1 million HP damage shield. So just, you know, break through that shield with your party, and nothing much to it actually. Not this the initial Shiva is not particularly good, especially if you don't let her get her recast, which I was not able to because, as I said, my comp was really defensive. I still managed to hit the turn counts and everything, so yeah. And I couldn't time the skip perfectly, so I ate all three of the HP thresholds Diamond Dust. Kind of a waste, but yeah, that is kind of why I also brought a War of Light. I expected that I would not be able to time it right. So right here, just basically trying to kill this or get this Shiva down to the 29% threshold as fast as possible. Doesn't really matter if you are unable to, because as you are going to see right here, I actually ate the recast. Nothing much to it actually. I've also tested to see if the freeze from Shiva's, let's call it her recast ability, because it is her recast ability, even though the gauge isn't free. So I tested to see if this Diamond Dust Divine, if it can be dodged, and by both evasion and both debuff immunity. And I can tell you right here, it doesn't work. I brought Arif and I brought Galuf, so it's not really 100% a dodge, but basically I believe she broke him, but she did not hit per se, if you get what I mean. So, and he still got frozen, so it is definitely not dodgeable in that sense. But the nice thing about debuff immunity is that if you bring Arif, you see all those strength debuffs, he will not land on your party. That is the nice thing. I believe some are like HP down, max brave down, defense down, mainly generic stuff, I believe. Initial brave down, that kind of thing. But yeah, not really, doesn't really affect the party, more of annoyance than anything else. It affects my party because of War of Light and how his shields work with his initial brave, I believe. So yeah, not really huge shields, or not as huge as I expected. So right there, I noticed that fixed dice had actually dropped off, and I was trying to see if I was able to reapply it in time at least, because I actually planned to replace Setzer for the twins, because the plan was if everything had gone according to plan, it would have been a way lower turn count. But yeah, the plan was to eat the first of Shiva's recast at 79%, swap out Setzer for the twins, and then just really go ham at about the 50% mark, where I would go into the summon and then bring them down to 29%. So basically I will need to eat the recast once, effectively. But as you guys are about to see really soon, the team did a little bit too much damage, and pushed them to 47%, so it was like 3% off. It was crazy, man, the amount of damage the twins are able to do. And that's because I also wanted to use their burst first, instead of just using their LD. I'm pretty sure if I had used their LD, it wouldn't have pushed Shiva to that threshold. So kind of a waste on my part, but not. I didn't really have a choice because you can't use the burst in the summon phase. So yeah. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, the twins did eat some HP attacks that I was not able to heal at the end. Like there were a few hundred health missing. So yeah, that was about it. I believe, if I'm not wrong, the HP requirement for this fight is actually pretty generous. I believe it was like 15k, I believe. Yeah, I think it was 15k. It was pretty generous. Like you could have almost all, I believe, like half your team at half health, and you might still be able to hit the threshold. So yeah, right here is something that you do not want to do, where push them to 79%. Well, I believe I only pushed one to 79%, and then I can't remember if it was this run because I did a few runs. One was because I didn't have enough damage at the end, and also because I was trying to, like I say, stick to my plan where push them over at 59, push them over at 49 in the summon phase so they don't do this annoying Shiva thing. But yeah, what you do not want to do is to eat the 79% threshold recast, and then they take a turn and they also do their recast gauge ability. So the problem with doing that is it doesn't unfreeze you. First of all, it doesn't unfreeze you, it refreezes you. And the way this freezing thing works is whichever Shiva did the last freeze, it will need them to go again. So let's say B does the recast, and then everybody's frozen, okay? After which C takes a turn and does the recast too. The team will only be unfrozen when C takes a turn. That is the logic. So it doesn't matter if B takes another turn, as long as the last, from the way I understand at least, the last Shiva is the one that it's the last Shiva that takes a turn. So yeah, it's a pretty annoying mechanic. So basically, they can constantly freeze you if you're really unlucky. You know, you hit the recast threshold, and then after that, your teams are frozen. Teams are frozen. Shiva takes a turn, and then she does her recast again because the gauge is full. Like what you're about to see right here, B is full again. So yeah, and if I'm not wrong, the recast gauge also charges, I think, like 2 or 3 bars when your team gets broken. So basically, at the 79% threshold, it is a guaranteed break. There's no way to dodge that in that sense, because if you, I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point you guys realize Warrior Light's active, his shields are still up. So yeah, by right there was no way that Shiva was going to break my team. But yeah, so it's a guaranteed break. There's nothing much you can do about it. Burst right here because, you know, I should have burst earlier, just so that I will not be so close to the threshold. See, right here, 55%, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, it'll be a really good time for both of the Shivas to come out of a break. So which is why I did this. I wanted, there we go, to get them out of break, and just nice, Blind Start actually helped me out there. But I did not anticipate that the twins would do so much damage. You get 54% on C, right? And this was a green twin, so which kind of explains why they were doing so much damage as well. And right here they're about to do their move, and from there we go, at the corner of my eye I saw, crap, 47%. I was like, oh, okay, B is good, B is at 50%, and then I took a look at C and I'm like, dang it, 47%. So and I wasn't able to put shields up on things, so they're going to take HP damage from both Shivas. So since I got hit by one of the divine diamond dust, I might as well just get hit by the other one too. You know, might as well, right? Since I'm really frozen. So yeah, not really in any danger. Look at it, double 2 times diamond dust divine. It's insane. But yeah, so Warrior Light is really useful here. Power works as well, you know, anyone with HP mitigation or anything. But the only issue with Power is that because you are frozen and you might be frozen for a really long time like me. See right here, how many turns have Shiva took? The problem is that they might actually cause your team to take turns even though they are frozen, and then push that HP damage resist the OA basically, because you're taking turns and it's only for 1 or 2 turns. So yeah, it might expire before you are able to reapply. So that's something to be a bit careful of. Another thing to be wary of is that the twins, they actually don't do fire damage, and yeah, they do ice damage as well with their LD. So I can't remember if it's ice or some element, but I think it was when they had 1 or 2 turns left. They were Shiva actually absorbed the first initial barrage of the twins LD. So yeah, that's something to be careful of. These Shivas are just really annoying. They also have this shield, as I was saying in the beginning of the fight. They have this shield that when you get broken, they will apply HP damage shield. So I'm not sure exactly how much is the shields at this particular phase of the fight. It's definitely not 1 million, or at least I don't think so. It's not as huge as the initial one that we saw at the beginning of the fight, but it is quite substantial. I believe it's like 600k, something like that. So yeah, not small, but it's just big enough to be annoying and a nuisance. So this is where the twins are really showing the damage, because they just shred the shield. Basically, look at their damage. It's insane. And they're not synergy to this fight. In fact, I didn't bring any synergy to this fight. Look at that, 1 million each. I believe I came in when Shiva had like 30%. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted first of all, I wanted to try and heal the twins up. Second of all, I didn't want the twins to be frozen by Shiva. You know, and if they were going to, then yeah, I wanted shields to be up. Secondly, I also wanted to push Shiva to below 19%, so I'll just one shot eat everything. Because with Warrior Light, I'm not in any danger of dying. So yeah, just wanted to let Shiva do all their mechanics. So once you hit this part of the fight, 19%, you're more or less done. So Diamond Dust, followed by, I believe it would be the, yeah, both Diamond Dust. I believe it was after that, the move they will do is the, yeah, there we go, the countdown ability. So no matter what number you are at, they will always do the countdown ability. And this countdown ability actually removes 2 debuffs, but I'm not sure if, yeah, it doesn't look like they actually remove the 2 debuffs. Yeah, there we go. It does. They don't do it. So if it triggers normally by itself, basically if you don't do any fire damage, they will actually remove 2 of their debuffs. So I believe it's random 2, and I believe it's only frame and generic. I don't believe they can remove gold. So there we go. Yeah, look at that. The amount of turns that Shivas are going is insane, man. So yeah, I believe once B goes, my team will be able to move. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, I mean with Warrior Light Shield, again, not in any danger of dying, but the debuffs are so annoying. So yeah, I remember that I saved Jack, but especially for this part of the fight, because in my previous run I reached this part of the fight, but I had no more damage. Is BT effect had already triggered and I had no more calls. A bunch of issues, right? Oh yeah, there we go. So look at that. What a fat shield that Shiva has. So annoying. Okay, there we go. 135k left. So yeah, I believe that was, yeah, Ace still had 1 more cell trap. Really lucky that I played more conservatively in the beginning of the fight, so I had more juice at the end of the fight. So that's something to take note. Also, I believe the twins was frozen for 1 of the turns. So if you are able to avoid doing that, then you should be at a much lower health. I believe 4 or 5% more, lesser, sorry. So because of the twins LD effect. I mean, not effect, but twins LD, because 1 million, that's really a lot. So I believe just making sure that the shields were up or something like that. I can't remember exactly what was I checking. So right here, see, yes, there we go. The left Shiva, C, is acute absorbing. I can't remember why. I believe because something to do with her veil is up or something like that. And doesn't matter because shields. We're like OP, man. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I did heal the twins up. Yeah, I did heal the twins up. So yeah, they left at full health. So I believe my HP requirement was 0. I think so. So right here, the orb is up, but it doesn't really matter. I believe. Yeah, no. The twins actually. I was actually trying to get the twins out because I wanted fixed dice to come back in. Set Zero to come back in so he can reapply fixed dice. But I believe right there I would have been able to just spam with Ace, and then I will still be able to kill them, just lesser turns. Not that it matters actually. Two more uses of Set's LD. So you know what, might as well just get it over with, right? He's there solely for his fixed dice ability. So right there, I did not notice that his BT effect hadn't triggered the second time. Right here I was actually just trying to trigger all the traps. Basically that's it. Because I saw there was 4 more turns, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to trigger everything. And then this happened, I was like, oh, right, I totally forgot about this. And boom, 1 down. And I mean, 1%. Ace is just gonna destroy her. Look at that. She couldn't even survive the HP variant of the LD. So yeah, just need some decent RNG in terms of the turn order and stuff. And then this fight is very much doable actually. Not as scary as what everybody is saying, but more annoying than anything else. So guys, I hope you're also able to finish this, and I'll see you in the next one.